Alright peeps, welcome back to Under Pressure. We've got big builder beavers picking up their logs. We've got our fancy sluice filling up our tatty pit V2. Thanks to our huge kidney bean reservoir that we got up and running in the last episode. Well, that's not everything we done in the last episode. We also got this bad lad up and running. So that will fill up after our little drought that we're in now. Well, I see a little drought. We do still have 20.3 days left of it. But all that means to me is that we've got loads of time to get our brand new upgraded industry up and running. Because I'm keen to get my hand on a bit of explosive actions. So that's an easy yes for the 400 science points. Now the other side of this, I'm not too sure. Mainly because I didn't think it'll fit. Of course it won't. Oh, I may have just seen a way I can make all of this fit. That means deleting the lumber mill, unfortunately. Losing some logs, but at this point we're used to it, aren't we? Shorten this path 1. That can be where our big explosive factory goes. Then we replop our lumber mill. Last but not least, we'll whip out this centrifuge. Now isn't that absolutely beautiful? And we just so happen to have everything we need to get all 3 of these built. So get amongst it, beavers. I mean, you're also getting amongst a fair few other things. And speaking of those fair few other things, I was having myself a little bit of an idea of what I could do over here to save myself on the massive resources of the overhangs. Well, I'm not entirely sure that's the correct term to use, considering I'm removing all of those too long overhangs, purely so I can unlock a 6x1 overhang, which are significantly more expensive, but it does allow me to squeeze in a big old triple lodge here and have the path right on there connected. I suppose now the only question is, how are beavers going to get up to this level here? And of course, we're going to be extending with staircase. There we go. That's bloody perfect. I even managed to squeeze in a wee mini lodge on the side there. That is absolutely beautiful. Nothing wrong with that in the slightest. And on a completely unrelated note, look at this bit of green ground we've got here. I think this would be absolutely perfect for a wee pine plantation. Go on, we'll be cheeky, we'll see how far we can get up here. Now, of course, to plant the pines, we're going to need a forester up in here. And to get out of the lovely juice that we need, we're going to need a bloody tapper shack. And actually, you know what? Let's not mark these already grown pines for cutting. You can be special, laddies. Just these that have grown, though. Anybody that grows from now on. Oh, hoo, hoo. You're the unlucky pine pal. The beaver already had a chop as around your trunk. Yeah, now that seems like a perfectly reasonable little spruce plantation. Oh, and for now, beavers, why didn't you just path along the top of the warehouse estate and get into your new bit buildings that way? Or should I say, new bit building? Alright, now before we get absolutely crazy building our centrifuge, we should probably think about slurping up some bard water, shouldn't we? But thankfully, we've got a handy dandy bit of bard water right here, right next to our bloody tatty pit, V2, and it may have taken a wee while, but we are finally getting bard water slurpage up here. And since these only have a maximum depth of 2, I'm half tempted. Plop one on here, get that bonus block of bard water slurpage, you know. And since we're going to be slurping this bard water, we may as well get a big old tank out. How else do you expect our BWW 67 science points? I had loads saved up. I guess we're going to have to go ahead and unpause a couple of these again. I've had all 5 of these running, I think, for the last 2 episodes to get thousands and thousands of science points. And we didn't even have enough for the one thing that we needed science points for, and why I did it. Oh, well, that is just grand, isn't it? It's most certainly how we do it. Oh, go on, beaver. Bang that bloody staircase in with your sopping wet, glistening fur. As if. Did you get hungry, did you? I'm going to have to put some bloody tatties over here just for these 4 builders to get amongst, because they're too hungry and thirsty by the time they get here to actually hammer the last of the blues in. Look at them straight away. And there's 12 in there, could be in. I mean, we do have 18.3 days until we need that in, but that gives us 18.3 days to chop down all of these pines And I'm thinking maybe make our way up to these oaks as well. But these oaks are not going to be gotten from this side. They're going to be gotten from this side. Oh, now looking at this. We are down to our normal river level here. Look, our beavers aren't even getting wet until they get out of the top and down into there. And we still have 17 days left of this bloody drought. And I don't know about ye peeps, but this does not look like 17 days worth of water. The only thing I can think, because I really do not want to bloody blow a hole in this pressure barrier again. Although I have just had an idea. It needs to be a two-parter. We'll come back to me big idea. But for now, we need to rebuild this staircase. I'll proper like. What? Well, I didn't know that. You can't put a bloody overhang out the top of a contemplation spot. We most certainly need that contemplation spot. So we're getting this overhang out of here. Beavers, return. No, stop going that way. Return. The last of our beavers are coming back. You can tell because they're not going across the path. Now they're back. We can delete the overhang without stranding any bloody beavers. And I'm also going to have to delete this levee, strangely enough. Grab those logs, beavers. Oh, and thankfully, we are only 20 science points. I mean, 10 science points away from unlocking what we need to unlock. I was fearing it was a whole grand, but it's not. It's just a real casual. Oh, that's right. It needs to be built under a bloody overhang. Every time I get that wrong, the order of operations here. Give me that 3x1 overhang. And then to make sure we don't get any leakage, let me plop a levee on there. And the beavers, maximum priority that, please. And I was just going to replace this with a platform, but how are you, man? I've got to get a double overhang situation, because a double overhang situation equals a double contemplation spot. It even makes a little path about, which ye I bloody love. Mild sarcasm there. I do love the hedge roundabouts, but I didn't generally love a path about in Timberborn. But I suppose that's one of the things you could contemplate about while you're on the spot. Then our beavers, maximum priority that, because once you maximum priority that, I can get ahead, get a 6 long hour hang all the way across there, and that very almost bridges the gap. Now the wee suspension bridge won't sort out, when I've got the correct amount of science points of course. But the beavers will be busy building all of this anywho, but to help fuel that wild build, we're going to have to plop down some more oaks. Oh, and I can see we're getting chestnuts on the new plantation. We may as well gather our flag unpaused. We might be able to get some more grilled chestnuts in with beavers' stomachs. Oh, now look at all of this green ground that we like to flood. I don't know if like to flood's the correct word, but I do like having loads of water. Ooh, the beavers got this up and running. The day? Ah yes, that's right. So yeah, beavers, once you've built all of this and the bridge, you're going to have a way over to this level, which, you know, we'll make our way down to this level, and we'll get to slurping this big pool here. Or at least we would if your slurping straw went further down. Maximum depth on this laddie's 4. Could get one of these on the crack, like. Just plop it on there, you know. You can see that is proper double the length and nigh on double the girth. That's why it's so efficient, just slurping it all up. But yeah, now for now, I'm half tempted to just bloody YOLO it. Especially because I've got enough science points to get our fancy pants 1 suspension bridge on. That has to be my favourite bridge in the game, like. Just a wee 1 long bridge. You know what? I've just been contemplating here, watching the stars fly by, and I'm thinking, I'm not a huge fan of this little path about. It's wholly unnecessary. We can still access everything we need to access. And if I decide I want to get fancy with it, I can get spiral stairs straight up. How mint is that? If only I had the science points to unlock them. I suppose for now, we're just going to have a blank square. Ooh, look at this. We've got some resin on the pines. Therefore, I think it's time to get some proper paths on the crack here. Now, that does mean saying goodbye to you. Oh, I just stranded some beavers. At least I think I have. Well, you know what? Get this up and running, beavers, and you'll rescue with stranded friends. Basically, what that does is it gives direct access for this tapper to go and shack all of this pine here. Oh, I know why we don't have any stranded beavers! They're all at District 4! Oh, and before I forget, mint comment regarding the name of this district. Because we've got the grill. upon the hilltop, aka the Hilltop Grill. We shall call the district Bloody Grilltop Hill. Isn't that better? But I cheers for that coin. I was not going to be coming up with Grilltop Hill by myself, like. And I bloody love it. We still have 12 beaver builders. We have enough planks and logs to get this bad lad in with a real casual speedy up bit. We might even see with chestnut harvester harvesting the chestnuts along the right there. I mean, to be honest, I don't think this is going to be a speedy up bit. Is it done? I think it's done. It wasn't done. They needed to hammer the lads blue in. Now we can migrate these beavers back before the carpet. Nice to see they've still got the wet fur bonus though. Alright, Hilltop Grillers, you've had your early access experience, but get your asses back to the bloody tatty pit. V2. Ooh, houses are built. Oh yeah, that's right. We need to get the big long boy on first. Ooh, I only need some planks to get that in. I think it might be time to get a bit of a maximum priority slaughter on the gun. Hang about! You haven't even built the bloody ladders yet! Get those in! And didn't even worry about getting this in. I changed your mind. Again. I just want to see you get this bad lad banged in. Ooh, what you can actually do, you can work on the old bad water slurper and the stairs at the same time. Look at these efficient beavers, man. It's because they're swimming in the water, that's why. They bloody love it. Now well, let's get our first bad water on the map. 15 of it to be precise. And have we got... Oh, we got the framework up. We got some sopping wet beavers banging away on the centrifuge. I reckon it'll be in any time at all. Did you enjoy the sunflower bobbing about in the speedy up bit? Oh, that's what impromptu speedy up bits are for, aren't they? Oh, that's right, we need bad water for the explosives as well, not just the centrifuge. We are starting to run low on planks, so let's get a planker on the crack. I definitely want to get an explosives on the crack, but for now, we'll pause the centrifuge. Oh, look, we got Trizzy. He works at the explosives factory. He's going to make our first kaboom. He's just picked up that bad water. He's going to put it straight in there and then go and get some food and clock off, because it's clock off o'clock. Yeah, now, peeps. We have 10.2 days left and about 2 mils worth of water left on that bloody river up there. I have a feeling some, if not all of this, is going to dry out and die. I just hope the beavers don't suffer the same fate. Blow my neck. We've only got 2 bits of bloody metal left. We need to get our smelter up and running and all. We are also running dangerously low on our scrap metal considering we don't have very much left to pick up. I mean, we don't have very much at all left to pick up. 78 scrap for our entire district. You know what I've been thinking, peeps? I might just completely toss off this bloody sepia. Like, by that I mean, once it gets to 0.80, it just stops. Just let it stop. The reason I say that is these floodgates here. Let me get my level right. You see how I'm right on where the levee is here? If we press W, go through this wall here, you see, we're at the exact same level as this floodgate here. Whereas our floodgate, back there, is at 0.80, this one's at 0.95. Which means that reservoir over there will never get to 0.95 and overflow as it should, because this was at 0.80. So now, we've raised this up to 0.95, we should be able to get water all the way up to 0.95. And I can finally stop saying 0.8 and 0.95. I think I said it about 15 times there. The numbers stopped meaning anything after a while there. Oh, and I've upped the priority of our tapper's shack. So hopefully we get that up and running before we chop down these bloody pines. And now what as well? And I said I wasn't going to speak about numbers anymore, but I'm going to pop this one up to 0.90. Just get that little bit extra depth, you know. Not that we're able to use it at the moment. I think it's open and there's not enough water to bloody pish through the sluice. Yeah, we are officially at our end here. I think it might be time to go down to 1 slurper. Maybe 0 slurpers? Nah, 1 slurper. We still basically have 10 days left. If you round up anyway. Oh, I guess who just realised they haven't unlocked dynamite. That's more science points that we don't have. And since I can only manufacture 5 at a time here, I'm just going to pause the explosives factory. We're going to be planking, we're going to be smelting, and we're going to be doing a mad little speedy up bit for the next 8.9 days. And it's going to be a proper crazy top down, watch the battery slowly descend type of speedy up bit. Will it go all the way down into the hole? Or will it be OP as all hell? Now why do I have a feeling this box of rocks is on the deck? Look at that. There's 0 horsey powers left, with 1.2 day left of the drought. You know, that's not too bad, like, right a day in range. Oh, it chopped all these down. Nice one, pal. Get paused. I mean, in fact, get deleted. The workplace, not the beaver, of course. Oh, nice one. You have picked up all the rubble over here, so you can pick up these 9 logs, beavers. Just let me make some more rubble for you. Oh, now I cannot tell you how happy I am that we are about to get a brand new temperate season, which means the water that's down here will start flowing once again. The river level will rise, and we will finally get some more water back in here, because we have 123 of it. And I'm actually curious, after that's drained, how long does it take to, well, you know, fill back up again? Doesn't look like we're getting anywhere here, like. What if I do a bit of a speed 4? Will it start going up then? I'm scared. Why is it not going up? It's nearly a whole day. Oh, it's whooshing, it's whooshing. There we go, it's starting to whoosh. So it takes about a day to begin to whoosh. We're down to 80 odd water. This is not good. Not good at all. But thankfully, all this water has to do... I can't do speed 3. I have to do speed 4. I have to see it go to the side first, and then I can come out. And then do one last speed 4. Oh, forgot about the bad water. Well, stop! So it would seem that having these levees blocking this is, in fact, too much for our bloody water system yet to handle. I reckon I can fix that, you know. Unfortunately, the easiest way to fix that is make sure there's no beavers over here. Get back over there, beaver! You're flooding the whole place. Or is it just flooding because this is at 0.95? It's not flooding anymore, is it? Well, I'm glad I didn't panic and delete that bloody levee there. But I will leave this path deleted just for now, just while we check everything over. I do need more planks though, desperately need more planks. Let's get back on the smelter grind, because I actually want to pop a single floodgate right here, and then delete this floodgate, and that should give the extra block that's needed to not flood our entire bloody hole. Alright, the good water's coming anyway. The good water's coming. If we've got unwell beavers, 6 of them. 6 of them! Then we'll just have to deal with it. And also, since we have absolutely 0 water, we need to get all 4 of our slurpers up and running with a quickness. And I do, perhaps, need to get these 2 down to like 0.9, down to 0.85. You shouldn't be synchronized. Stop being synchronized all the way up, mate. I'm just contaminating these beavers. Well, if nothing else, oh, it's drying out. It's contaminated. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. If nothing else, we've got some bloody antidote ready to go there. Well done, buddy old pal. You've went ahead and cleared out the pines down here. Now you just need your other buddy old pal to clean out the pines over here. Oh, well, with this up, as much as it's a tad dangerous to say the very least, let's make it a bit less dangerous. There we're gone. Now, with these 2 synchronized, it won! And these 2 up at 0.95, we should have a nice clean water in here for our beavers to swim through. Look at him getting his wet, fair little legend. And we should have plenty of water. Plenty of water. Plenty of room for the bad water to slosh through to here. Now, unfortunately, that has somewhat extended the contamination zone. Well, that's alright. We'll be fixing that at some point eventually anyway. Probably. Well, for now, I want to see the water level up here. You should be switching off. Oh, there you go. It's off. It's open. Will you close? Like, properly just stay closed without flooding? Okay. So you need to be at 0.85, not 0.90. And you are still at 9.5, yeah? So yeah, the water will escape. This isn't a permanent flood or anything. There we go. Happy days. 50 pine resin. You can be paused. Ooh, what happened here? Contaminate. Oh, that's right, yeah. Big contamination moment. Forester, replant those, please. Oh, I got 3 beavers without a D. Well, I think we may as well at least get a herbalist on the crack. This is why there's 3 beavers without a D. Oh, so maybe when there's water coming out of here and that, it's a tad too powerful. Oh, how can I fix this? For now, just stop water coming out of there. That will allow this place to flood. Allow any water to go out of here. Out, not in, because this water level now should drain and drop a wee bit because it doesn't have water coming out again. Maybe this just needs to come down to like 9-0. Entice that bad water out. Come on, bad water, leave! Leave the tatty pit! I know you want to do it! Leave! Be gone! Speed 4, be gone! Alrighty then, so after a bit of speed 4, that is now begone. 12 unwell beavers. We're going to have an unwell colony here. This is outrageous. Put this bad lad back to auto. Oh, MiGly, mate. There's so much stuff you need to be doing. Oh, the water level's coming up here, though. But you really need to be getting this up and running 4 days ago. This up and running 4 days ago. And especially considering we've got all of these water slurpers up and running, you should probably... Oh, no. Let's not do that. We'll end up taking the water from the slurper all the way back here. It'll be horrendous. But how we're doing now, beaver-wise, perfect. We've got 2 workplaces. And our water should be in the keyword. I'm going to bring this down little by little, because I don't want to induce a flood. We're playing a very dangerous game here. But I want to get this bad water out of here ASAP. Or do I play it risky and go down to 8-0 here? Will the water of the bad variety flood back in? Nah, looks alright, looks alright. We definitely have a flow in our water now. So I'm going to leave that at 0.80. Keep a close eye on this area. And stay away from speed 4. Because things just get out of hand, to say the very least. We're looking here. We've still got... Oh, it's because this is opening. That's fine. We've still got a bit to go. But how are we doing? Ho ho! We're here. Oh, we're doing canny. The water level's definitely a bit higher over here. But I suppose this hole is a bit closer to the water sources than this hole here where it pops up. Oh, the hole's underwater, but you can see the water coming out. It's a whooshing out. Alright, well now, we've got our bonus beavers. Perfectly balanced colony. Look at that. 0-0. Let's disrupt that balance by plopping in a real fancy wood workshop. Why? It actually kind of worked out that that's contaminated ground now, because it needs to be a path. You know, beavers, genuinely, the sooner we have that up and running, the better. And I'm feeling confident enough to pop a path on you. Oh, we just witnessed it. The beaver picking up the last of the scrap. That's it. Now to D in range. Now, look, it's going to come in. Oh, well, maybe. Well, what do you got to D in range then, mate? I don't see any scrap. I'll preemptively pause a bit of bong there. Alright, well, water's looking mildly healthy here. I'm happy enough with that. I'm not happy with the fact we have to waste the reservoir here, flooding down, just to wash out and rinse out my bloody tatty pit. V2. And I'm thinking about switching from the forester over. Oh, look, it's bloody Bitterborg! He's back! He was scrapping. Now he's planting pines. Well, and birches. But I'm thinking about deleting this forester here. Because, well, you know, we got forester here now that can see most. Oh, look! Well, pines are in! And I forgot to put a stair on. I forgot to put stairs so they can get up there. What am I like? Yeah, now this could be a tidy little wheat corner. You can't hear a beat. A wheat corner, can you? I'm half expecting the beaver to, like, bomb over and plant this because they're set to planting, not harvesting. There they are! Out to waffle on a bit, but they got them all in. Oh, we've got the first contaminated beaver out of around dozen contaminated beavers that we will have. But thankfully, they can go and see Sheila the healer and get properly decontaminated. Ooh, we got the beavers banging away on here. Go on, finish the bridge for it. Oh, no bother. Oh, no bother. Genuinely no bother. I'm not even going to call your names. It's all my fault that you're contaminated. Can say Sheila the healer. He'll sort your redoute and get you on that bloody antidote. Alright, replacement beaver, are you coming over to bang in the last of this bit bridge? Yeah, what? Twice in a row! Twice in a row, peeps. They get over here and they just become contaminated. What? How? That is wild, that, like, that's absolutely wild. Yeah, now, since we got the wood workshop on the go, I figured it might be a good time to get into storage and spend the science points on a bloody large tank while I still can. You know, instead of blowing it on something like a fancy curved staircase. But now we are going to have thousands of water storage, not just bloody hundreds. And yeah, now, beavers, that is a maximum priority jobby. Oh, we got a beaver back into the last of the platform! I got it right that time at least. I might not be able to get the bridge right. Oh no. Oh no. Beavers. Look at this. We've got a beaver coming over. Are they going to get contaminated? Ooh. You managed to not get contaminated, which is something of note else. Well, I suppose most of our unwell beavers have already became contaminated here. Are you going to go and see Sheila the healer? Or pass out first? By the looks of things, they're passing out first. Yeah. Well now, instead of having an abundance of jobs, we have one poor hauler hauling everything around this bloody map. I'll tell you what, I am very much not happy with the water level in here. We have a drought in 2.4 days. We're getting up here on here. We're sort of getting up there on here. Oh, do we have a leak? Oh! Well, I've only ever seen this covered in bloody bad water. Let's have ourselves a squiz in here. What's going on? Oh, I thought it was going down there, but it's not. It's pooling. I mean, yeah, it's just sort of swirling around here. It's not going up. Where's the leak? Why aren't we going any higher? Well, I mean, I think we need to test this, don't we? Let's fully close that for the next 2.3 days, or at least, to see if that increases our water level here. And realistically, the best place to see that is probably in this bit hole here. So let's hang about here, a little bit of a speed 3 speedy up bit, and see if our water level shifts about at all. Definitely turn into a speed 4 speedy up bit, but the water level does go up at least. I don't know how we're doing in here. No! This is why we need the flow. How close are we to over? Not anywhere near close to overspilling. How do I get myself in these terrible situations? If not else, we can at least start flushing from the top. Let's go up to 0.10. See if we can get, in the next 0.7 days, any more water up in here. And yes, these need to be pushed back up to 9.5. Like, that is terrible. You know what, sod it. Can't do it to 0. We need this flushed. We absolutely need this flushed. We've got a bonus half a block if not else, but this needs to be flushed out. Our whole bloody settlement's gonna be comprised of contaminated beavers, man. But if nothing else, the water seep is currently helping fill this bit of the reservoir up and doing its bit to push pressure down there and back up to the big kidney bean. I can't believe how contaminated this is, man. This is bloody terrible. Absolutely terrible. But if nothing else, we're building up a grilled spadadock. I was that knee grillers over here. Biddy Bog, get yourself back doing the tatty pit. V2. And you know what, actually? I think I might unpause this lodge. Get it built. Because I might move some beavers in during this drought. I'm just going to have to wait for these unwell beavers to no longer be unwell. Otherwise, I'm going to be sending contaminated beavers over there with no antidote. This is terrible, this. This is absolutely terrible. And here we are again, rolling into another drought with 2 water slurpers slurping away and nowhere near full water storage. 17 days. It's not as bad as the last one, if absolutely naught else. And you know what? I'm just going to chance it. 3 beavers migrated over here. I want to make sure you aren't bloody contaminated. Zarak is not contaminated. Osbul, not contaminated. Quaggerbluff, not contaminated. Let's go. Alright, it is time to sever the connection. Be gone. 1 beaver slurping, 1 beaver in the farmhouse, and 1 beaver grilling. That should leave us with no beavers over here. Why have we still got 3? Oh, because this is maximum priority. Alright, now that should leave us with 0 builders. And my grill top hill terrace. I do want to manage the population, so I'm only going to unpause flower beds. You know what, actually? I'm going to get 4 water slurpers for as long as this keeps falling here. Or until the water level gets nice and clean. Whichever comes first. And I have a feeling I know which one's going to come first. So let's just hang about and a mad speedy up bit until, well, one of those two things I was just talking about happens. Probably only take about 5 or 10 seconds. Wow, that took a really long time. Pleasantly surprised with that. We almost have a nice clean bit of water here. What I will start doing is pausing these laddies. Just need 2 of them. Probably need 3 nowadays, but we'll stick with 2. And ye can go back up to 9.5. Halloween. What do we have? We do! With no scrap metal, there's no point in burning up 200 horsepower with that. Let's get a beaver in here, prioritised by haulers. Turn our tapper back on. They already have 5 treated planks. Well, in that case, let's get ourselves a fancy pants spiral staircase on the... Oh, that's right. This is technically part of the other district. And I feel like for now, I'm just going to casually delete that bit of path. And now I can get me fancy pants spiral staircase on. That is maximum priority like beavers. You need that in with a quickness. And how's the box of rocks staying? Not too grand, to say the very least. We still had some power coming through while I was flushing this bit water, but not enough apparently. Not enough. But we got any planks. We actually need to keep these 2 lumber mills up and running. And this wood workshop. And you might be thinking to yourself, MiGly, why do you need to keep the wood workshop up and running? You only need 4 treated planks. And I say true, if that was the only spiral staircase location. But we got one over here! A proper tidy little spiral staircase on the Hoosian estate, man. You didn't think the actual route was to go across the bloody warehouses, did you? That's just a temporary route. But I will say, I can pause that because I'm panicking. And maybe we only keep 1 lumber mill up and running. Just keep the planks trickling out. It's the best thing I can think today to maximise our box of rocks. We are doing to 7 contaminated beavers though. That's canny. I think that means we've cured at least 10 of them. Before I forget, this needs to come back to auto. So it should stay closed, because the water level up here is pretty much at 0.95, which is where these are. So it'll take a little bit to open up, but we can keep our little water topped up for, hopefully, 12.8. Please. Go on, you glistening fecker! Get that bloody spiral staircase banged right in. Oh, I saw another beaver dropping him off. There it is! The fancy pants treated plank spiral staircase, and it lets us reach our suspension bridge. Beautiful. Now, one thing I completely failed to do or think about during that speedy up bit is our bloody grill top hill beavers. How are you doing? Oh, I don't see any activity. This is not a good sign. Beavers? There's no beavers. Oh no! They died of hunger? How did you cork it of hunger? There's bloody spider ducks right there in a grill. Oh, there's no logs. Alrighty then, so we're just gonna zoom away from that. Come back to our tatty pit, V2, and see how our box of rocks is ticking along. Not bad at all. With 50 horsepower drain, we should be alright. Oh, the bridge is in! The bridge is in, where beavers can get done here. Very slowly, because, you know, we're just trickling out the planks. But they can get done. Oh, they can actually get done. Well, they can get done here, as you can see. And I imagine old mate is going all the way across here to build our way up to these oaks. Which, you know what, I may leave for the grill top hillers. We'll build the way over there, but we'll not chop any down. Because, well, I do still feel a tad bad about what happened. You know what? While we're in the drought, why don't I start enacting me crazy idea? My crazy idea is to reclaim this dirty bad water pool here. Look at it all. There's bad water skimming about everywhere. I want to delete these levees and get me little channel back. And since we've established that these 3 levees are totally safe, the most predictable things you could ask for, I'm going to use some levees down here to block off this bit of the water. That should stop any bad water from getting down there. And over time, we'll just evaporate it all out. Bring it back into our good water system, you know. And for old time's sake, I'm going to be building all the way over with handy dandy small warehouses. Proper little cheaty number. And well, providing I supply a path over here, this should get popped in no time at all. Because the one resource we do have plenty of is bloody logs. Well, since we got loads of logs and loads of beavers we're now today, why don't we turn the old District 9 area into a place of thoughtful science action. Just real casual like. Get that in? And he's gonna have a think about the old District 9ers that used to bob about here. How are you stranded and where are you stranded, mate? I could delete these stairs, but then I would lose an entire plank. And unfortunately, pal, you're just gonna have to dry out and wither on the ledge. Nah, I'm kidding. Even though he's a proper numpty, MiGly, the proper numpty here, still deserves to be bloody rescued. Even if it does cost us a plank. Look at this, we got our beaver train hour here already. It is a ways away. Oh, that's all bloody relative. Because the next adventure we're sending our beavers on over the next 10.5 days, other than sciencing it up and contemplating District 9's everlasting legacy on our colony here, we're going to be sending our beavers down where this big forest used to go. All the way down these stairs to the edge of the map that we, well, flew off last time. Now this is no easy feat for these beavers. This is quite the trek, to say the very least. But it'll be all worth it in the end. Because at the end of this long old path that we've got here that goes down and down and down, we're going to be plopping in a big old levee wall. And I mean a big old levee wall. Minimum 4 blocks height, which means it will flood all the way up to this level here, aka make this river channel all bloody blue and green again. The only thing we need to watch out on is where does this river channel go to? Ah, it gets blocked off here. Perfect. We're refilling it backwards. You can see we're beavers making absolutely light work of these levees over here. We're soon going to have a nice clean subterranean river. But we only went halfway with our little zoomage last time. So let's get back on the level here and press W and see where we're going to piss out next. Over here. And you know what? I'm actually tempted to just fill this whole wall with levees. Proper block it off. Alright peeps, how do you like me mega little bit of scaffolding? Should allow beavers to reach every little bit that they need to and block off this whole wall here. Oh yes, and I forgot to mention, we're going to be going from this side for, well, this side, because we've already got a path basically all the way over here. Hang about. What's this all about? Beaver? From the grill. From the grill. It's bloody big colour. It's a bloody big ugly the proper dumpty. Proving his namesake like. Instead of going back to where there's plenty of food and water, the beaver comes here. And I suppose they are, if nothing else, bringing up all of the last of these sparadocs. These are all drying out. Pick up your last sparadoc and then get yourself migrated back out of the tatty pit. V2. I was going to let him stay over here, but there's not enough water. There would just be like no water or he would cork it of dehydration. We know what? He's running back this way. Let's see if this way is a bit more efficient if I connect it back up. Are you going to chuck a UE? Nah, he's committed. He's committed to kind of hang about. The beaver was committed to going down here and around, but then chuck a UE and went up there. Bloody mad dog. Well, they can kind of cross the bridge and they can finally be part of the tatty pit. V2 once again. Ooh, 12 out of 12 logs over here. That means once this beaver wakes up, they're going to come over. They're going to run down those stairs at the back there. And they're going to properly smash in. Oh, big old levy! Ha ha! Thank you for not getting hungry or thirsty and running away, beaver. Ooh, would you look at this? After me asking the beavers to build loads of wooden things, they've actually started running out of wood. Therefore, I think it's time. There's literally one tree that's not grown. And they're about to be grown, you know what? Let's hang about here. And watch the tree! Oh! Now look at this, I've already got to build a beaver. Knocking along over here, getting these stairs in. You've got to love it. And I suppose last but not least, we've got to get an expeditionary force knocking along our this side here. Because we've got to block off this whole side of the map. Alright, well with that, we should be alright. to let the water flow, because it's only going to go back to here. And once the beavers have removed these blockages, any excess water that we didn't get during the last tide, but if it comes over here, we'll hit this bit levee wall here with emergency bad water sluice. You will have only went and realised that this bit of... No, beaver. I'm just going to let you do it. Hammer yourself into a stranded state, mate. I mean, I don't think you will, but I'm sure there'll be another beaver that'll absolutely hammer themselves into a stranded state. Because he's a hammering willy-nilly on there. Stop hammering willy-nilly! Look at all these stranded beaver potential that's about to happen here, man. Please don't do it. I will be upset if you strand each other. Oh no! Look at that! 4 stranded effing beavers. Well, it looks like this is all maximum priority then, doesn't it? So, as I was attempting to say before I got distracted by all of the glistening beavers there. Oh, look at them all wet and happy on top of the blockage. Well, as I was saying, well, this water level here, or ground level, is equivalent to the water level up here. Which is fine if you go around here, it just gets blocked again. But going around here, it can't suit the map! No good at all. So we need to come all the way over here and plop some levees in. And to be honest with you, beavers, I'm tempted to just do that. Keep it simple. Especially considering once I'm over here, I can quite easily get some fancy pines on the crack. But all of this, although being maximum priority, is doing the line stuff. We need to be getting along with this maximum priority first, and then going and doing this high priority, and also doing this high priority, which we already have beavers coming our. Are you able to lay down? Oh, not the first. I was going to say are you able to lay down the first levee, but that would be a negative. You're going to plop it in here. I will see. I reckon we've got enough water to last the next 5.9 days in our bit reservoir here. I'm rather happy with that. Look at that, the log's not even scraping along the ground. They've got heaps of room. Well, that will hopefully mean if this isn't completely empty, it fills up even more and actually overtops at 1.95. And also, hopefully, we don't have any big spillage of bad water here. And hopefully, this box of rocks keeps taking us out for the next 5 days because there's not that much left. But there is still a solid 3 blocks. Look at that! We've got 10% battery remaining. Out now, beavers. You just need to get your asses over here. You only need to hammer in 1 more bit of warehouse. Oh no, 2 more bits of warehouse. They can't do a diagonal work. Beavers! Alright, surely. No, that's right. No. The beaver knocked the bloody blockage off, didn't they? Right, speed for speedy up it until this is bloody in and the beavers are free. Oh, finally. The beavers are free. Did they at least get back before they end up corking it, being starving and all that nonsense? I assume they did. No! You utter numpties! Why would you possibly go to the Grilltop Hill, beavers? Why wouldn't you go back somewhere where you knew there was loads of food and loads of water? Now please, beaver, I need you to make it back. Do not cork it. Look at you passing all of these beavers. They could have brought you a bit of bread, couldn't they? Come on. Come on, you can do it. You don't have very far to go. Get yourself round the corner. Get yourself a big grilled toddy. Now you can have a bit of a slurp and resume normal life, unlike your 2 numpties. Well, you're also a numpty, but you, beaver, are a special kind of numpty. Yavindada numpty. Knocking about, enjoying having a bloody roof to sleep under. And guess who just realised that this levee wall here is utterly useless? Because the water's just going to come over here. Oh, MiGly, you're special at times, like. Not quite as special as your beavers, but at times you can be special. Oh, that strand of beaver's going to go back to the Grilltop bloody hill out there. Oh, beavers. Looks like I'm back to just pop in the 3 levies on there at a maximum priority. Whenever we get to it, of course. I swear, Doom Beaver, you actually need to get back and not go to the Grilltop Hill. And why do you work at the district centre? Oh, because everything else is paused. Because, yes, nobody's supposed to be here. Alright, now please hammer the last of this bloody warehouse in so I don't have to deal with any more stranded beavers. What are you doing? Are you stranding yourself? What exactly are you hammering away at here, mate? Nice sideways hammer, half out else. Well, 1.4 days. You can see we've got a train of builder beavers coming over here. They are actually doing some work. Look at that. We've got half a bloody ruin. And we're starting to deplete with logs here, so it means we're actually doing something. The only issue is, as I said earlier, we've only got a day left of this drought. And these are during long drought and we've got not much else to do expeditions. So as soon as this drought's over, I'm going to have to go ahead and delete access dune. A little one of these up here should do. No more building dune to this level, beavers. And I suppose a quick deleting of this corner will stop beavers building all of this during any sort of valuable temperate season. Oh, peeps. Do you remember how I deleted this in the last episode? I had a whole, floodgate system here, because I was like, it's utterly useless. It's not. Whenever I get a bad tide, I'm going to be very much wishing I had that. Ooh, we got wood over here. I better grill some spadderdocs. How about we send some beavers over in the next episode? Because that's right. As soon as this drought ends, the episode goes toodaloo!